Yeah, hi everyone. This is the Bender's Big Score review, which I got asked to do by my subscriber, Mr. Dragon Ball Z Fan Free, I believe it is. So this is it. It starts off basically them having to go at Fox Network for cancelling them, and this one they call them the Box Network because they're Planet Express. So basically, 2 years ago, Box Network executives cancelled Planet Express's contract. Those executives have been fired, so Planet Express is back on the air. They throw a party to celebrate, during which Hermes is decapitated and his body crushed in a limbo accident, prompting Labraba to leave him. His head is placed in the jar while his body is repaired. The man who performs the procedure, Lars, takes a liking to Leela. Leela likes him, much to Fry's annoyance. And then it goes to this it's nude beach scene. I'm not going to say every bit in this film because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. But I'll give you the gist. So, during a delivery to the nude beach planet, Bender discovers a tattoo of himself and Fry's ass. A trio of scammer aliens dupe the crew into signing petitions and providing their email addresses. When the crew return to Earth, the scammers begin spamming them. After they respond, Bender is infected with an obedience virus, and Professor Farnsworth is tricked to signing over his business by a process known as sponging. The scanners detect Fry's tattoo, which contains the code for paradox correcting time travel. Nibbler reveals and explains that using the code could destroy the universe, but the scammers ignore him. And obviously, basically what happens, because Bender's got the virus in him, because they can go back to the past when they wanted with the code, they can't get back though. So if the scammers went back, they would die. Because Bender's a robot, what they do is send Bender back to get all the prized artifacts, and then he stays under the limestone cabin in the Planet Express. And then when he's supposed to, he comes up, and basically that happens, and then the scammers find because they get every artifact, they decide that it would be bad to destroy the universe. They try and kill Fry, but he uses the code and goes back to the 20th century, and they send Bender back to kill him. And you think Bender's killed him, but he hasn't. Um, and then he tells the story, and it's I don't want to ruin the plot though because it's got a very good story to it. And if I say any more about the rest of the story after this, it would be really ruin the plot, and I don't want to do that. And that's all the good inside story there. So I'll just go to the bit after all that middle bit, because if you haven't seen this, I really don't want to ruin it because it was really good twist and everything. So I'll go to the bit afterwards. Right, what basically happens is um, the scammers then trick President Richard Nixon into selling Earth to them, and everyone leaves the planet to reclaim Earth. The population assembles a fleet with the aid of Robot Santa, Quanzabot, and Hanukkah Zombie, with his bureaucratic brain wired into the battle computer. Hermes leads Earth to victory over the scammers. Fleet of both Leela and Zap fail, and wins back his wife. The scammers threaten the crew with a doomsday device Bender stole from them earlier, but do not realise Bender then stole the device for himself. Leah fires the device at the scammers, ship destroyed, everyone returns to Earth to celebrate the new year. Bender is condemned for his deeds, and Hermes is returned to his original body. Sorry, not condemned, commended. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But you might be a bit confused about the whole Doomsday device thing. Well, that's the middle bit, and I didn't want to say because obviously some people who watch this haven't seen it, and they really don't want to ruin the story because it's a brilliant story. But um, at the end, I can tell you the ending because the story middle bit's the best. Bender has to go back to the past to put the tattoo on Fry's ass to make it all make sense again, so that everything return back to normal. When he gets back, he says there's really cool people under the cabin, and he invites them up. So basically, he meets many of his duplicates from the stealing spree and invites them to emerge with all at once. Instead of when they're supposed to give their artifacts to the scanners, causing them to explode. Terrified of the paradox consequences, Nibbler urges everyone to evacuate the universe before swallowing himself. The Bender duplicates explode and cause a tear in the fabric of space, and then he says, to end the film, Bender says his most famous line, "Well, we're boned." And basically that is it. As I said, I didn't want to tell the whole middle story, but just go and see it if you haven't seen it, because I couldn't. I know it's a bit weird, this review. I can tell you beginning and end, but the middle story, it's all a big twist and that, and I don't want to ruin it for people. I'm sorry, but thanks to Mr. Dragon Ball Z fan 3, I believe. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. Alright, see you guys.